Let's go to CommSec for a look at the markets. We've got a new working week. Tom Piotrowski is upon us. How was your weekend, Tom? All good?
No complaints, Pete.
Any PIMs?
Free of anecdote, largely.
You have some PIMs and whatnot?
No, a weekend of abstinence in that regard.
Yeah, me too. How's the markets looking today?
Look, pretty nondescript, to be honest. The futures are telling us that the ASX 200 will be up by around 0.1%. So that's probably the main thing to celebrate again, because it's been a week that the week preceding was really marked by selling as far as the local and overseas picture is concerned. So I suppose, again, we tended to see a symbolic moment of reprieve on Friday for Northern Hemisphere markets, having been sold off over the course of the week. On Friday, we had the Dow up by 0.25%, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq each up by around 0.1%, Pete. But in weekly terms, it's less of a flattering roll call. The Nasdaq, for example, down by close to 2%. The S&P 500 down by 1.8%. Our own market last week down by about 1.7%. So it's a question of where the positive momentum is going to come from this week. And in terms of the US picture, there's quite a bit going on. We've got US inflation numbers to look at. In Europe, we've got a European Central Bank interest rate decision. On the local front, we've got the August unemployment report. But arguably one of the more important outcomes that we'll be looking at quite carefully is the leadership of the US technology sector, because last week we saw the share price of Apple crumble. It was down by about 6% in weekly terms. It turned around the decision from the Chinese authorities to ban Apple's products in that government setting. So it's a question of whether or not that stock can recover this week, and a lot of that will hinge on the launch of their new products, which will be widely talked about this week. So that's something to look out for.
Okay, Tom Piotrowski, thank you.